Okay, so hi everyone. This is a very special edition of the Mindy and Annie and Mindy show, and we have real special guests today, and it's a very special occasion. So I'm going to leave this all to you guys because you have to explain it. But this is Annie Callis from Melbourne, Australia, and
Mindy Stern talking to you live from Israel in our Sukkah, because now is the holiday of Sukkot. So we're welcoming
Sukkot in the Sukkah.
Sukkah and Sukkot. So yeah, I'm Mindy Stern. This is my daughter Lital. She's joining us today in our Sukkah. And we have great friends also joining us. We have David and Bridget Belfer, also from Melbourne, Australia, to join us to celebrate in the Sukkah. How are you guys doing this morning, afternoon, evening?
Evening for us, darling. It's lunchtime for you. What time is it there? 10 o'clock?
It is 11. It's 11.
11 now. It's so hard when daylight savings kicks in because the hours completely get
turned upside down.
Because soon you guys go off daylight savings
right,
and into winter time. So then it becomes like 9 hours. For this 2 weeks, it's 8 hours difference.
Which is good.
Normally it's 7 hours.
It's closer together.
No, it's further apart as of next week. When you guys change, it goes to 9 hours. It's like the other end of the day.
Yes, it is. Whenever I work with Annie, I always say that it's her tomorrow. She can tell me the future. What's the future going to turn out to be? It's already tomorrow.
Well, honey, she is a gypsy and she does know fortune telling. So, you know, there you go.
So what's this sukkah thing? What is a sukkah?
First, I got to give you a grand tour. Welcome to our sukkah. This is what it looks like. I mean, I can't see what I'm showing you, but I'm just going to turn my computer around and around so you can see up and down and over and out and up on top. I don't know if you can see
nice.
It's decorated.
So how many stories have you got?
Lights and cameras. How many? What do I have?
Stories.
Stories.
How many levels?
I have one. We have it's a little box. We have our table. Let's see our table inside it here. This is where we have all of our meals we eat in the Sukkah during the 7 days of Sukkot. And we brought for you here, you can see we're at breakfast time, but we brought the traditional apples and honey. And that's actually.
Oh, I want some now. Can we cut one? Can we cut some apple and honey?
Annie, get an apple.
Annie, have you got an apple?
You gotta get apples and honey. Apples and honey.
Are we going to make a bracha?
We can make a bracha. I don't know the bracha, but we can do one.
David will know. He'll know the bracha. The rabbi's son.
Is this enough honey?
It's so much fun. This is
wow.
But it's not going live. So in my sukkah here, we have this sukkah since my kids are really very young. And if you saw that it's made from material, it's made from like a plastic kind of material. We've got 2 windows cut into it and a door there. And it's got to have a thatched roof. Usually they use in Israel, we have a lot of date trees. So usually the traditional sukkah would have, they take the leaves of the date trees and you place them on top of them. We have like a bamboo kind of top. And the rule is you have to see the stars. You have to be able to see through the roof to the sky.
What does it represent, Mindy?
Now that's a good question. I think, and you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a big, I didn't grow up here in Israel. I moved here when I was 22. So all the great education the nice Jewish kids get here in the secular world, nice secular Jewish kids get here, and in New York we don't. So I have no idea. I had to learn it over time. But I'm going to guess that it's when the Jews were leaving out of Egypt. They left Egypt to come to the land of Israel, to Canaan, the land of Canaan. And they had to travel for 40 years in the desert. This is a symbolic view of the homes, of the thatched homes that they had in the desert while they were becoming a nation. The Jews, they left Egypt as slaves and they became a nation in the desert before they can actually come into the land of Israel and be a people and create a state and an empire. And that's my take on it.
And actually, your sukkah is probably way nicer than when people actually really immigrated to Israel and lived on the hills in very, 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 very basic tents with no amenities, nothing, not even a skerrick of anything.
You know,
We
just
have friends,
just
friends,
a wall
family that
and maybe a roof, and it was cold and it was hot and it was yeah, we were very privileged to be living in the time that we're living in. You know, people think of all this suffering going on, you know, corona and whatever, and there's poverty, but the world has never been richer. There's never been lower poverty in the world than there is today. We are really privileged to have the what we do have. But it's good to remember. It's good to, you know, go out there every now and again. Apples and honey.
remember.
Apple and honey.
There you go. Cut your apple up a little bit,
All right, we're gonna put a
Chop it
make
up.
a blessing.
like a
Hey,
segment.
let's explain why before we eat, before
I'll
you say
let-
blessing.
Why do we eat apples,
Yeah,
Lital?
Yeah, you cut it up. Annie, you have your apples all cut up?
No, she's
Yeah,
doing it
I-
now.
Yeah,
Got it.
as long as you have one slice, that's the most important thing.
Lital, why do we eat an apple?
You're trying to trick me here?
No,
No.
I'm not.
I think it's to have a sweet year. That's why
Yeah.
it's
There you
apple
go.
with honey. There might be
And apples are quite round, aren't they?
They are.
So it can also be a symbol of having a sweet year all round,
Like it.
the whole year. How's that sound? Why do we have a red apple?
We have actually a green apple.
Why do we have a green apple?
Why do we have a green apple?
color.
I have
what
no
do you do?
idea. All right.
We
So
have the green apple because we did the apple and the honey. We have a little sweet and sour because that's really life has its ups and downs, and we are really
oh, that's interesting. That's a good way of looking at
I
it.
like that.
So, Annie,
sour into
get
sweet.
your apple
Ready?
and you dip it into your honey
I did.
and dip it around like that so it's not going everywhere. Let it dribble down your hand a bit. And we say a bracha, which is Baruch. Repeat after me. Baruch
Baruch
atah
atah
Adonai
Adonai
Eloheinu
Eloheinu
melech
melech
haolam
haolam
borei
borei
peri
pri
ha'etz.
It's
It's
amen.
Amen. Say amen, you can eat it.
Okay.
In
Don't we
English,
say another one?
We'll say it now. 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
oh Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of the fruit of the tree.
That's it.
But then there's another one.
And then you say
Mm.
Shechiyanu if you haven't had it, but you say that on New Year.
We had it already. But you
Yeah.
know, it's really
Right.
interesting.
What?
We take the honey, we take the apple, we dip it in the honey in our sukkah, right? The blessings we say are so general, they have nothing to do with, you know, the new year or wishing a happy new year because we blessed it, blessed the apple, blessing the fruit of the tree. But let's take a little bit of a time. Guys, wish for yourselves, for your family, for the universe, for the people watching us. What actual sweet things do you wish them for the new year?
What do we wish for?
Mhm.
I wish for love and light, for people to have peace in their heart and in their mind, for people to be healthy. I wish for people to have an abundance of all things good. Now, what that means for them is whatever that is, whether that be health, whether it be wealth, whether it be success, whether it be love, whether it be prosperity, whether it be sex, whatever it is for them. They should have a prosperity of it and an abundance of it.
Love it.
What about you, Mindy?
No, I'm gonna ask Annie first. You know, I've
No, I asked you first. We're going around the circle.
Going
We
on
need more
circle,
boys in the
Annie?
circle. It's not
Okay.
my show. You go back.
Okay. No, I can do it.
Annie, what do you want abundance of?
What do you want the new year to be? What great, wonderful, sweet things do you wish for yourself, for the world, for people, for whatever?
Was that Jewish for yourself?
Also Jewish.
Sorry?
We're making you Jewish now, Annie.
Okay. Well, whatever I've experienced so far, it's been great. I just want abundance of happiness and joy and sex.
Lital, close your ears.
It's all about you. and me. Let's have some sex, baby.
Yeah, and that, oh my God, my hair is everywhere. This thing is falling out of my head. My rat is falling out of my head.
Let it down.
I
Let it down.
forgot to pin it and it's all coming out. And what I want for people, I want people to have good relationships with everyone, with their families, with their partners, with their children, with the people at work, and have an abundance of love and joy and contentment.
Ooh, that's a good word.
I love it.
Contentment, fulfillment, peace.
Beautiful.
Now,
Pretty much.
Mindy,
Hmm?
you're up close to God at the moment because you're like on the 20th floor.
Yeah.
So your suka's up closer to God because she's up there. So what do you want?
Lita, what do you want, sweetie pie?
You're always passing it on.
I am, because I like to be towards the end. I like to hear what other people say.
Likes to be in control.
Yeah.
What do you get when you get 5 people that like to be in control?
What?
Chaos.
Like it. So, Lita, what do you want for the new year?
Success, joy, health, a lot of health. And right now, a lot of people are hoping for this time to pass and are looking at what will be in the future. So I hope we could learn how to enjoy life right now with COVID-19 around us. And we don't know how long it'll be around us. So I really hope we find our happiness now.
That is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
That's the wisdom of the youngster.
Yeah.
How young are you?
How old am I?
No, how young are you?
Relative.
I'm 23.
23. You're a baby. And he's like 60.
Well, you're like 100.
I'm like 4,612.
You're on the spectrum. Yeah.
A few months here, there, right?
Honey, this is a room full of wisdom.
Lots
go.
of wisdom.
What do
Rich,
you
what
want?
about you? What are you wishing for?
Me?
Yeah.
That's a great question. What do I wish for? I wish for people that they feel that they actually know who they are. That they feel connected to themselves and that they actually really trust themselves no matter what. And I wish for people that no matter what people are doing around them, just to know that whatever they're doing is good for them, no matter what anybody else has to say about it. And for me and for my family, I wish the same thing. I wish that we all feel whole within ourselves and trust ourselves and know that whatever decisions we make, no matter what people think around us, that is right for us, no matter what. And that may be very uncomfortable sometimes, but that is the truth of who we are. And to be at peace. Yeah. And there's shit going on in the world all the time. And yes, we're in a pandemic right now, but there's always some small pandemic somewhere of some sort, of something. So I just think that right now we're really blessed to, like, if it wasn't for what's happening in the world, I wouldn't be sitting here with you guys doing this wonderful thing. Like, I just feel this is so incredible. For me, that's just such a gift, right?
It is.
Amazing. So, yes, COVID's terrible and there's terrible things and there's people that are really seriously very, 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 very ill. And my heart goes out to all those people and their families. But I just feel like there's just been so many
positives.
Yeah, positives, but also just new beginnings, really, more than positives, new beginnings. And I'm really grateful for that. So, yeah.
It's beautiful.
So thank you. I feel grateful that I'm here.
Yeah, I am too. Thank you so much for that. You know, new beginnings, and we're talking here at the beginning of the year. It's Rosh Hashanah is the new year, the Jewish New Year. We're celebrating also Sukkot. The end of Sukkot tomorrow starts another holiday at the tail end of Sukkot, which is Simchat Torah, the happiness of the Bible. You know, being happy for the Bible, and we start again to read from the Torah from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think that I think it's always good. What a great perspective, Bridget. I mean, I thank you for that so much. Of thinking about, let's think about everything as a new beginning. You know, this is a situation, like Lital said also, this is it. This is it. So let's begin. Let's use it as a new opportunity to be ourselves, you know, and be happy and have a new beginning for whatever it is. You want to recreate, redo, rethink, be yourself, be more true. Now is the perfect opportunity.
I do have one more wish.
One more, what?
I wish that people have people around them that care enough about them to tell them that they love them and they care about them, no matter what. Yeah, I do wish that.
That's a good wish.
Because I feel like people are very lonely right now. And that's really not a great thing.
See my friend?
No, I love you, Annie.
I love you too. Thank you.
Were you doing a Jesus thing there, or what were you doing?
No,
No, she's alone.
my invisible friend.
Yeah.
We're
These are
all
my
quite
invisible
visible.
friends
Wait,
too.
keep your arms up. We'll put our arms this way, and we'll all end up having a big circle. You
A
see?
big hug.
Annie, but
Yes.
you see, now we're having a big circle. There you go. That's much more fun than high-fiving to the side or up.
I love it.
That's
I love
Great.
it. Group hug online on Zoom. It's amazing what you can do when you connect with people, even online. You know, there's it's good to feel in touch, but I'm feeling you, you know, and I'm feeling your energy, and I felt that hug, and I want more. I want more of that. You know, if I can wish anything for this year, more of that. You know, that connection, and it doesn't have to be a physical touch me connection, but it's this connection that goes through the waves, it goes through the ether, it goes through whatever it is out there, to just really connect and be happy with people and with life.
Yeah.
I think that's
I look forward to
wonderful.
going to Bridget's and David's house and have coffee. And then I
And
look
real
forward
dinner.
to see, and what?
And dinners. You
and
you were
dinners,
having dinner with us every week.
Almost.
You like
And
it?
I look forward to getting on a plane and coming to
Israel.
Coming to Israel. You are welcome.
Yeah.
You all are welcome. I mean, I've met both of you, David and Bridget, I've met you here in Israel, physically.
Yeah.
That's where we actually met and were able to hug for real here in the
Yeah.
country. So I would
Remember
look
our
forward to
first
the next
breakfast?
one.
Yeah.
Our first breakfast on the beach?
Yeah, you and I had a first breakfast on the beach in Bat Yam, which is, I can see it actually from here. I mean, I can't really see it in detail, but I see where it is. From
you gotta take me there. Me and the beach, we love each other very much.
The beach is a really great place. I love it.
It's a good place. We've
But
got
I
one
want
dog outside.
can I take a minute to talk about my sukkah a little bit for those people who don't know. I just want to share
Sure.
this from you know, I grew up in New York. I grew up in the United States, so I have you know, I know about diversity. You know, I went to school with a diverse group of people. We grew up in public schools. There's everybody, all types of colors of skin and belief systems and heights and eye colors and, you know, religions, and just really diverse place. So you pick up all sorts of traditions from other people that really suit you. And I think that it's good to do that. I think that's applicable in everything. When you see something that's nice and it makes you happy, why not take it into your life? So here in my, I don't know if other Israelis do it. Maybe they do. But because I was exposed to the tradition of Christmas and Christmas trees growing up, I always loved the tradition of keeping, you know, the stockings or the ornaments for the Christmas tree and keeping them through the years. You know, you make something, you do it. So taking that background and bringing it here to Israel, and all of a sudden, I never had a sukkah when I was abroad, only in Israel, and only after I had children did I decide to do that. But every year, me and the kids, we would make decorations, and a lot of times we would invite our friends over. We invite the kids' friends over and their moms, and we'd sit in the sukkah and we'd spend a day or 2 days, and we would decorate the sukkah and make all sorts of decorations. So if you look around my sukkah, I don't know if you can actually see all of the things that you see on the wall and hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Are things that we made, through the years. And you have, I can't see you now. Sorry, I pressed the button. But you can see me, I'm sure. But anyway, it's such a treat every year to start decorating the sukkah, because I take out something from 2002 that my daughter made, or 2006 that my son made, and they're here on the wall, and it's like a trip down memory lane, and it's very heartwarming to have those decorations throughout the year. Sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but I saved a lot of artwork of my kids when they were in nursery school and kindergarten, maybe first grade. And at some points, I dwindled them out and got rid of things and tried to keep only, but they're in a drawer. And actually today, I don't even really know where they are. But these, every year I see them, all these decorations. And we have in Israel, we have dry season and a rainy season. So winter is the rainy season. And now we're going into winter. We just finished summer. And you usually have the first rain in Sukkot.
Around Sukkot.
Yeah. This is the way the seasons run. Most of the Jewish holidays are according to seasons. They have something, a natural flow. How does nature work? And then we have a holiday to celebrate something in nature, usually. So it usually has a first rain. So I'm always so afraid that my children's decorations are going to get rained.
They're going to get wet. Oh.
Which they have. So that's why you see the amount that you see here, because it's not, my kids are now 21 and 23. So, it's been a long time since we made new decorations for our sukkah, which maybe we should. We should.
You've still got time.
Yeah, 2011, that's probably the last year, the latest we have, because things got rained on. But it's really nice to be able to connect again to those happy times, and to have them all around us for a week, to sit here and just have all these wonderful memories of happiness and friends. And, and that's part of the reason why you guys are here. One of the things you do on Sukkot is there's a word in Hebrew, mitzvah. When we follow the rules are called mitzvot, but actually the mitzvot are blessings. So we call rules blessings. Isn't that cool to call a rule a blessing? I mean, talk about code of honor and stuff, of doing it to make you feel good and make the rules empowering. So our rules are blessing, as a mitzvot. So one of the mitzvot of Sukkot is to actually invite people over, have guests, fill up your sukkah with guests and host them, like, the father, Abraham. I'm sure everybody knows Abraham. Abraham was in the Bible. He's like the guy. He's our dad. He's the big guy who started everything with us. He had that talk with God and God decided that he was going to have generations of really great people. So what Abraham, our father, used to do is invite people always. Any wanderer, any person knew that they can come to his tents. His doors are always open. Look, I'm going to cry. How can I get emotional about that? But to welcome guests into your home. Be welcoming, be diverse. Anybody who walks on your path, invite them into your home and connect with them. And that's the mitzvah. That's the blessing. That's the rule. To have people, invite people, strangers, guests, anybody into your sukkah and feed them. Give them lots of love, nourishment, a place to rest, clean their feet, so to speak. And that's part of the reason why I really like this holiday. And I'm glad you're my guests today.
Well, we're very honored to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm
really
grateful.
lovely. So you never had a sukkah at home in New York?
New York, never. We were totally secular. Totally
Wow.
secular. I mean, with maybe traditional, I would call it, where we went to shul on Saturdays with my dad, to conservative shul. And we went to, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Hanukkah, and Passover. I mean, that's how a lot of people do the Jewish holidays abroad. So I have a very basic education, but coming to Israel really helped me fulfill that out and become more connected on not less necessarily in a religious way, but in a spiritual way.
Gorgeous. I
You
love
can't
that.
do it in this country, but
Makes
become
sense.
spiritual about life, about things.
Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. And so I've never actually heard that. I love that. I love that parallel of the rule and the blessing. It's such a twist on how
I've never heard.
I
like
guess
that.
society can mistaken some of the culture of and some of the I guess the parameters of the religion. And I really like that little twist you just did right there. It's gorgeous. Is that a Mindy twist?
It's a Mindy twist.
I love it. It's
It's an
so
awesome
good.
twist.
It's really, really awesome.
Okay, right now.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Well, ask Mindy what abundance means to her, because that's a twist.
Oh, I
So
love
what's
you guys.
Wait.
what's abundance?
Mindy,
What's abundance?
What
to you
does
guys?
abundance mean to you?
What's abundance for me? Abundance is a complete and full sense and feeling of satisfaction.
Complete and full
A
sense of
and feeling of
satisfaction
satisfaction.
and wholeness.
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Love it.
that's what it is. If you look around you and everything that's surrounding you is things that you like, you love, and are useful to you, and you have value for you,
Mhm.
that is the closest you'll ever get to being abundant. When you have things around you that are not useful, that just take up space, that create clutter, that is actually, when we keep a lot of things in our space, it's because of a sense of limitation, scarcity. Maybe when we need it, we won't have it. So we're going to keep it, even though it just takes up space. But if you have only those things that you use and you love and you appreciate, and you look at them and they make you happy, you get this, it fills you up. You breathe wider. It's just this whole dynamic happens that's so beautiful. And it comes from just that satisfaction, that sense of satisfaction.
Isn't that what Marie Kondo says about your wardrobe? She says, pick everything up that you have in your wardrobe, and whatever doesn't bring you joy, out. See you later.
See you later.
It has to bring you joy.
And then what she does actually, she also thanks it. Once you're passing it on to someone else to reuse.
Blesses it. I know. I love that.
She's so cool. But yeah, that's the feeling you want to get of anything, of being content and satisfied. I could go into this because this is my topic, and I just finished a 10-day challenge of this, just talking about abundance and what to do. So it's not a small topic, it's a really huge topic. But yeah, I don't remember what I was going to say because it's so huge.
And I've just kind of realized that actually Lital is actually the same age as when you made Aliyah. Is that right?
She's a year older.
Yeah.
I was 22 when I moved to Israel. 22,
Wow.
out of college. Like the week I graduated on the 2nd of June. On the 6th of June, I was up and at 'em, 3 boxes to my name. And I celebrated the morning Annie I got here. And when I first came to Israel, there's markets here, and we're East-West society, so we've got a lot of very, very, very colorful environment. So I was in one of the markets as a tourist, my first time in Israel in 1984, and I had bought in the Arab market, bangles in Jerusalem, an Arab market in the old city in Jerusalem. So I mean, I don't know if you can picture this, but the old city in Jerusalem's old. It's really old. So you have the Arab market there, which is also old. It's ancient and it's very colorful. So it's just really wow. So I bought these bangles there, and I decided that these bangles, it must have had like 15, 20 bangles on it. It's little silver bangles. So when I bought them, I said, I'm going to only take these off when I make Aliyah. And it took me 3 years. I had to finish my degree and my parents and all sorts of things going on. So it took me 3 years. By the time I got to Israel, I only had 3 bangles left out of the 20. They had broken and
Wow.
but I still had 3, and I couldn't sleep the night I arrived here. So like at 3, 4 in the morning, we decided to go to the beach in Tel Aviv. So I went to the beach, saw the sun. I'm facing west, the sun rises in the east, but still you have the sense of the sun rising, even though you're not facing it. And as soon as the sun came up, there's not enough light. I took my bangles, my 3 bangles, and I'm gonna cry again. And I threw them into the Mediterranean. My symbolism that I have come, made my journey, gotten to the place that I want to be, and released it into the sea, the beautiful, beautiful blue sea.
Wow.
And that's
a great-
abundance right there.
When you
Gorgeous.
feel that, it's like you open up from here in all directions and you become like the size of the universe. That's the feeling. It's wow.
I can feel you all the way here, Mindy.
I want to say something to you girls. Can you
Yes.
still hear over the kettle?
Yeah.
All right. 2 nights ago, at 1 o'clock in the morning, I was on the phone with Robert Lawrence, and I said to him, because we bounce like you two bounce, we bounce quite well, actually very well together as well. Yes, Anne.
We are recording this.
All right, we'll turn the kettle off.
No. Is this
All right.
meant to be in our recording?
It can be, because I'm actually acknowledging you. Allow me to do this. What happened is that I said to him, I said, why don't we do a podcast together? And I thought of you two, and I messaged Mindy straight after saying it. I said, what do you do? Because neither of us have ever done it. But I just want to acknowledge the two of you for the inspiration to just get me to spontaneously say, hey, let's do one. And he went, and then 12 hours later it's organized. So it's happening this week.
Wow.
So-
Well, give it up for David.
Sunday night, New York. Lunchtime, Melbourne.
Wow, brilliant.
1.
So guys, I think that you are the most amazing guests in my sukkah. Thank you so much for allowing me to share this time with you. Thank you, David and Bridget, for being wonderful guests and coming into our show. And Annie, thank you for being you. I love you so much. My BFF, is that the word?
Yeah.
My BFF.
What do you
I love
call
all.
me? Anusha. What do you call me? Anush. She
Anush.
calls me Anush. I love that.
Anush,
Anush.
Anush.
Anush, I love that.
Anush. I love it. She goes, Anush. I'm like, hi.
That's such a term of endearment. I love that.
It is. I love it.
Yeah, that's
This
really
was awesome.
gorgeous.
So, goodbye from Annie from the Annie and Mindy show.
Goodbye.
From Melbourne.
Goodbye from Bridget and David in Melbourne, Australia.
On the Annie and Mindy show,
In
or
the
the Mindy
sukkah.
and Annie show.
My
See you
beautiful
later.
daughters.
Bye, Lika.
Bye, Tom. Thank you so much for having us.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Stop the recording.
Bye.
Bye. I'm trying to find the end button.
Stop the recording. There we go. Yay.